Ladies and gents, we are back. Yes, we are back with what everyone wants. Let's be honest. Oh, God, I got to start the game. Okay, with what everyone wants, let's be honest. This is good old Forest Nothing, but not just Forest Nothing. It's not just hype about Forest Nothing. It's the 10 times shared Civ bonus mod. So we have 8 civilizations here. We've got 8 players controlling those civilizations. And every team bonus, every bonus they have, every unique tech, if they research it, that will all apply to each other 10 times, all right? So it's going to take some brainstorming. It's going to take some thinking. Like, I'm already really curious, like, how fast does everyone build because Spanish is here? And I polled the people, and the people said, let's do random Civ because you never know what you're going to get. So we'll talk about it. In the teal, we have David Games playing as a Spanish. Now, I'm actually going to turn off, and I'll explain why. I'm going to turn off the chat events for the time being. Wait, no. The diplomacy events for the time being. Yeah, we have David Games. David Games isn't chopping trees. That's a little bit of a problem. In the gray, we have Reckless Sarge playing as the Portuguese. In the yellow, we have Binary Hood playing as the Britons. Oh, God. Oh, that extra range on the archers is going to be insane. In the purple, we have the Tatars or Flint Maestro. In the green, we've got the Poles for Mr. Rochen. That's my best German pronunciation. In the red, we have Stone Age Knave playing as the Burmese. In the orange, we have Turks for Labaland. And in the blue, we have Ethiopians for Cheney. And I blame Roach for this. It's not really Roach's fault. But thank God we did fast speed. The previous versions of Forest Nothing that we didn't have trees, like, up in their business. This is really unfortunate. They're going to take a lot longer to chop space for themselves. They can barely get space for a house right now. So I was a little on the fence about going fast speed on this because I like the true Forest Nothing feel. But I'm glad we did because, again, there's, like, just quite a few trees to work through for these guys at the moment. So, you know, the last couple times we did this, there was really positive feedback on the YouTube videos, which is always important for me. People talk through a lot of ideas, and I still think at some point we're going to stack civilizations for the purpose of making one type of unit as strong as humanly possible. But for the sake of, like, you know, the fun of it, I didn't want to have a say in it, and so we just did random civs. But I can tell you already where my mind's going. Ethiopian archers fire faster. Britain archers have additional range. We are going to have some Omega ranged archers and some machine gun archers at the same time. Like, the firing speed and the range is going to be nuts. And then also, you know, I have some experience with some of these other civs. Like, Portuguese being in the game, because their units cost less gold, that multiplied by 10 means every single unit will only cost wood and food. They're essentially trash units. So that's really cool. Also, you've got Britain Trebs. That's true. That's an aspect we could talk about. For the Poles, I don't think Poles really apply too much here now that I think about it. Like, their winged hussars, not really helpful. There's not any other civilization that gets winged hussar. So there's that. I guess knights would be cheaper if... Wait, here's a question. So the Polish technology, Slacha privilege, makes the knights like 65% off gold. If you multiply that by 10 times, do you get gold when you make knights? Is that like a profit thing? I don't know. I feel like it could be. By the way, Roach is doing a good job. He's chopped his way through to make a house so he could max out on his villagers. Unfortunately, there was no like Lithuanians here because these guys would have tons of food. But yeah, I expect it to get crazy later on. Once again, to everyone who's in for this wild ride, to chill out on this evening or morning or night. I appreciate you being here. I just kicked back a little bit, and I'm ready to see this thing unfold. All right. Let's just walk through it, right? Let's go to Turks now. So Turks, their scout line gets extra pierce armor. Oh my God, wait a second. There might be an interesting situation where we have really strong archers, but really good high pierce armor cavalry. Because think about this. Turks get extra pierce armor on their light cav line, right? Also, does everyone get light cav for free because Turks are in there? I'm not sure. But Tatars have the Silk Armor unique tech, which gives additional armor for their hussars. I think Silk Armor applies to their cavalry archers too. Ooh. I mean, trebuchets would be fun from everybody, just because there's going to be Warwolf Trebs, and Ethiopians have Torsen engines, which add so much extra splash to the siege. So I'm ready to see some crazy Treb shots. Roach says, well, this certainly gives enough time to think about some sick combos. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking about. Reckless Sarge is singing, but I'm not going to sing. Because I've done that before, and I can see YouTube, when I start to break out in song, that people leave. The analytics are there, so we're not going to go that direction. Oh, and Tatars also have the Treb range. True. Oh, God, I hope we see some cool Trebs. And the Trebs are going to be free. So we might as well see 1,000,000 Trebs. I guess getting to castles will be tough. Okay, let's keep moving along, thinking about bonuses. Again, Ethiopians is killer because of the faster firing archers. Torsen engines for the siege splash damage. The other one just makes Showtells create faster, which is kind of useless here. Teal's having a problem. His villagers just don't go to the next tree. I feel a little bad for David. He says, glad to provide the Spanish building bonus. Enjoy that at 25 minutes. I actually want to see something get built. But yeah, Spanish have Inquisition, which means conversions would be 10 times faster. And then, I guess not technically 10 times faster, but you get the point. And then also the Vills could be pretty beefy with their unique tech. I'd see some strong villagers here this game. Okay. Portuguese. Gunpowder could be good with the Arquebus upgrade. You can't get like 10 times ballistics on bomber cannons, but that's pretty cool. I think their other tech applies to ships, which would not be very useful. Yeah, Britons we talked about. Britons is awesome one to see here. Also, guys, I've noticed in the lobby browser in the game that people have... oh, God, this is a really brutal start. This is the original Force Nothing. Look how fast that farm built. That was instant. Purple just chopped space for one farm. But I noticed in the lobby browser, a lot of people are playing with this mod, so it seems to be catching on across the scene right now, which is cool. Holy crap, you're right. Polish villagers heal. Oh, yeah, and then Portuguese being in the game means you can build the Feitoria, which brings you res. Oh, crap. I think Vills might be really strong here with the healing. And then also with the Spanish upgrades. Now, that's assuming they've researched the upgrades. You still have to research the unique text for it to apply to everybody. Now, by the way, I told them, because in the previous time we had this, it was an issue, and there's the build speed for you. It's almost instant. But I told the players, you have to start as ally, because that's the only way these bonuses apply to multiple people. But you all have to immediately turn to enemy. So it seems like everyone has pretty much done that here. And I said no switching back to ally. So it's meant to be a straight free-for-all. We just wanted them to be able to get the bonuses. Okay. What if Legatic Legacy gives 10 times the trample damage? I'm thinking it might.
No.
But it only applies to... I forget how that's worded. Is that the Light Cav line? Or is that just Winged Hussars? Because now that I talk about it, guys, I think it might be the Light Cav line. And pretty much everyone could do that here if they wanted to. Obviously, some are better than others. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. The Burmese tech that gives you additional attack against archers with your Light Cav line. Oh, my God. We thought we were going to see Trebs. I think stable units are going to be insane, man. It's like +6 or +7 attack against archer line. Dang. Okay, the legacy tech, scout cavalry line deals trample damage. So we'll have 10 times trample damage, tons of extra pierce armor with Tatars and Turks. Then we're going to have the additional attack against archers. Anyone who makes archers or siege here, I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening. But obviously, like, if I were playing, I'd be that guy who just wanted to do the thing that was hilarious. Not necessarily the thing that would be, you know, the thing that wins you the game. Again, thank God we did fast speed. This is like pretty much where players would be in the other version of Force Nothing that we did. But you could tell that they're doing the right thing. Like Roach is really microing his wood choppers, trying to make space for a farm. Bombard cannons plus 20 range. That's true because of Turks, right? Faster firing from the Spanish, extra splash from the Ethiopians. It could all be so good, guys. And none of it costs gold, which is normally a big issue on this map. Also, eventually you want to control the monument, so there will be a countdown eventually. But that will take some time, obviously. So, Force Nothing Micro is a thing. Also, this version spawns Relic next to your base, which I noticed, but I didn't talk about yet. So, oh, true. They'll also get pretty crazy resources when they get up to the next stage because of Ethiopians. Oh, that's good. That's really helpful then. Yeah, because instead of plus 100 food and plus 100 gold, you would get plus 1,000, right? Well, I'm really happy that. I'm actually really glad you pointed that out. Because, you know, as classic as this might feel, I was feeling a little bad for them. Roach is on the way up, though. So what you have to do is you need to make the Dark Age building. So he had made a full work before and deleted it. Wait, how much food is he getting? Yo, he's finishing the farm instantly. Wait. Instead of 10% of the farm's food comes in instantly, it's 100% of the food comes in instantly. I think it's just automatically finishing the farm. Look at his food count. Oh, man. This is before he gets the 1,000 food and 1,000 gold. You only need 1 or 2 farmers and you're good. Oh, crap. Because unlike everything else with the shared bonuses, I don't think other people can make full works. Do you think he's deleting that or is that automatic? Let me look at the food on the farm. Well, hold on. No, let's look at his resources. What? Are we wrong? He didn't get any gold. Everyone else is like really surprised. I mean, he's not going to need gold for anything, remember? Except for Castle Age. I think that he's not deleting this. But I'm going to try and click the farm. Okay, so farm, 175, 1 food. Do you see that? From 175 down to 1, 0, and then it's done. Try again. 1, done. Yeah, he's not doing that. I think the bonus only applies when you're allies. Well, maybe it's not perfect, but again, they started as allies. So, you know, that's why I have these players play it the way they've done it. And them changing to enemies at this point shouldn't change anything. If they all started as allies, it should apply. But, like, polls are busted with eco. Now, what's funny is he needs space for 2 buildings. And that might take time for him. So, I mean, he can't go up yet. What some players will do is they'll delete their TC. And then they'll make a market. And then they would sell a little bit of food. And then they'd rebuild the... Well, they need a market blacksmith. Delete. But, obviously, you know, it's a little risky, too. So... Is Roach just going to dominate this, then? I mean, he's got a massive lead, but... Flint Maestro is also doing really good. Oh, wait, they can make a full work. Oh, we're good, guys. We're good. Everyone can make one. And Flint Maestro says, I see what you're doing. This is amazing. Okay, I didn't know that they could build it because I thought I saw someone else make a mill. But no, Blue's got a full work. Okay, so they just need a full work and 1 farm and everyone's fine. Okay, we're all good. And then the goal is to just rush to the next stage, basically. And then eventually get more villagers to chop through more trees. So they can choose to share that information with the others if they wish to. But they are completely in the dark right now, so I'm sure they're feeling very overwhelmed with the situation. But Flint Maestro is going to be more than fine. So I think that saves us from having a really stompy game. But even so, the way to win this game is to get to the middle, and then there's a really long countdown. So as always, guys, they're going to have time. We should have quite a bit of time yet. There will be no shared unique text, though, with no allies. Are you sure? Oh, they're Portuguese. Do they see everyone? Oh, true. No, they don't, because it was turned off. Man, last time, so you guys got to talk me through this. So last time, we had them start as allies, and then every single bonus that should be shared was continually shared. So you're telling me they have to ally again for the things to share? Well, first off, that sucks. That really, because that could make things more complicated with the monument. But if that ends up being the case, I honestly might message Roach and just have them... I'm still confused by it, but I think maybe just have them ally again later on. Because, like, here's my thinking. So let's say Ethiopians researches Torsen engines when I'm allied with them, right? I get it. But if they unally me, do I immediately just lose that bonus? There's no way the game works like that. I think it's like either all on or it's all off. And I think, at least that was my impression. And I think how you start the game is the most important thing there. Also, it's really sad that there's no sheep here, because I would want to see a really fat Tatar sheep with tons of extra food. Oh, and then the Britons would eat it faster too. Oh, that'd be crazy. Can someone make a version of this where Polish 10 times farmer is a king and players need to keep that one farmer alive to stay in the game? Oh, dude. That's a really good idea. You can only farm with your king. And you won't have food eco otherwise. Yeah, Orange realizes it. So they're passing the word around now and saying all you need is one farm. And the food count's just flying for everyone who's done that. Oh, that's true. Also, if the Tatar player makes a new TC, we will get to see the sheep. Oh, wait. Everyone will get new sheep. Yeah. This is so cool, man. Like, we have so much time to talk about it. And still, there's just new things that pop into my mind every time. It's so cool. I mean, Age of Empires 2 is so much depth. Poor Gray just needs to make a full work, man. And make a farm next to it. Like, this just adds to the depth of the game. 18 vills, by the way, for purple. Can't necessarily say that's bad. And you can see now what Roach is trying to do. If Roach clicks up to Castle Age now, Roach has probably used the market a lot. Yep, you can see the gold count. Roach now wants a blacksmith. Okay, and can't fit it or something. So what I've learned is you can actually delete the market and make the blacksmith. And as long as you've had them, as long as you've had the buildings, you're okay. Instant build speed, boom. And then it should be Castle Age. Oh, also, I really want to see an outpost because Ethiopian outposts have a lot more vision. And yellow just realized the farm thing too. So, word's getting around. Blue's doing it. What the... Lava Land, are you good? Okay, new TC. I think Lava Land's fine. Yellow's doing it, purple's doing it, green's done it, obviously. New full work now. Red's not doing it, and it's sad too because a full work could fit in one of these areas. I'm not sure exactly what purple is up to. Okay, use the market though to get all that gold. Maybe wants to go up to Castle Age, but now doesn't have the buildings or something. Oh, true. TCs might be really cheap because of the Britons. It might give you wood. Yeah, it should be free at the very least. All right, guys. I'm having fun with this. I hope people are too. There's also a beauty to like not knowing exactly what's going to happen all the time. I normally try and have all the answers for you guys, but kind of impossible for me here. There's also a bunch of different versions of this mod. And the way we did it last time was with this mod, and players who were enemied to each other still had bonuses of, like, enemies. So back to that conversation we had earlier, as we see another TC from Roach, don't blame him. I'm fairly certain, and I'm hoping, of course, that they can stay enemies and the bonuses will all apply. Yeah, the Incas' reduced stone cost would make everything, all the castles free. I mean, the towers too, right? Yeah, you could castle the whole map. Feudal Age coming in for David, but David found the trick. So let's go around and let's determine who has found the trick. 1, 2, 3, 4. We know that. He's not doing it now. And then 5. Okay, so 3 out of the 8 players have not been able to figure out the full work situation. And it caught me off guard when I saw it, too. So I imagine for these guys, they're just like, whoa. They don't realize how fast it's going to come in. It's true. The Ethiopian player, looking at the stockpiles, did seem to get 1,000 gold. Also, Roach didn't get the sheeps. Well, we'll see. Because as much as I want really cool units, I also want King of the Hill games where people aren't allied sitting in the middle next to each other. I didn't enjoy that in the last one. That's not what King of the Hill should be about, in my opinion. It's going to get crazy one way or another. It's hard to know if every single, like, how every single bonus interacts with all the other units out there. We'll see, though. Time will tell. Yeah, no hill bonus. That's true. Guitars get a hill bonus. That could be a pretty cool one. You only get sheep for new TCs? Well, he didn't get any sheep. He just made a new TC here, right? I don't love the idea of them starting in post-Imperial. Like, if I were to make a video that was like, this unit combination is amazing. Look, this sheep has 1,000 food. Let's see how fast he eats it. Eat the sheep. Like, I can make a separate video that's like, top 10 Civ combinations in post-Imperial, blah. I could do that, and that'd be a cool thing, and we can all freak out about it and laugh and cry. But, for a community game, I think starting in post-Imperial with no build-up is pretty lame. Kind of sad, to be honest, that Poles is here, because you can't even appreciate all the extra food you get on this sheep. Man, the sheep hides the weight really well. Very jealous of that sheep. Oh, they're moving. Oh, there's more. Are you going to eat them? Does anyone know how much faster the Britain sheep bonus is? Because I don't think there's a number attached to it in the description. Yeah, whether or not post-im fixes the allying thing is kind of beside my point. I get what you're saying. I think that'd be good for a separate type of content. But where I don't think that'd be entertaining is like lack of build-up, lack of the usual things in a game. Okay, deletes the... What? Okay. Can you just eat a sheep, please? Okay, no eating of the sheep. I don't want to look away because I think it's going to be really fast. I guess you don't need the food if you've got the forever full work, right? Look at poor Gray. Reckless Sarge, no food. Stone Age Knave, no food. If only they knew, man. If only they knew. Keep an eye on the sheep. Still no sheep. Oh, wait. There we go. All right, so it's actually not as fast as you would think. But I guess based on the math people were telling me right now, it kind of makes sense that it wouldn't be instant. Because 1,000 food is a lot. It's still fast, but it's nothing crazy. All right. Sarge is going to make it to Feudal Age. There we go. Portuguese player in the Feudal Age. Sarge with the We got archery range here for Labaland, who's trying to delete some buildings. And Labaland's on the way to Castle Age. Nice. Will be our 4th player that makes it there. There's another full work. Wait, was Orange on the list of people that didn't know about this trick? Yes. Oh man, the second he makes a farm, he's gonna do exactly what Reckless Sarge did. God, can you imagine rewatching this and being one of the players that didn't make a farm yet? Oh, you must feel so stupid. I'm kidding. It's a joke. If you're rewatching this, don't feel stupid. It's just laughter. I should probably phrase things differently. If it would be me, I would feel a little stupid once I realized. Not stupid. Stupid's not the word. My mom would say, you're not stupid, son. You're not stupid. She doesn't like it when I make those jokes. And she watches these videos from time to time. All right. Well, now, endless food income, which is awesome. Look at the food count for Roach. That is off of one single farm. Okay. Actually, it makes sense to get your farm upgrades too, right? Because you're just getting even more. And that's probably what happened here. He probably researched. God, I wish I could check. Yeah, 375 food and it goes down to 0 instantly. Then he goes for crop rotation. Can you imagine if, like, Sicilians were in here? How much food would be flying in? Roach gonna do knights for gold now. He's got the castle. I think it was easier for him to place one castle, Snippy, than it was to make a siege workshop and a monastery. It takes less space. We still have a long way to go, guys. Blue's on the way to Imp, too. All right. Great job from Blue. I'd like to see a siege workshop now. Let's consider some siege weaponry. Price of food. I don't know if I can check that in Capture Age, actually. My apologies there. Again, they are all enemies. What I could actually do is I could enable market events. So these are recent market events. I'll probably remove this soon, but I'll leave it up just because they're going to be buying and selling things. It would just get really spammy. Oh, true, Burgundian vineyards as well, because they get gold from their farms. It's so cool. Like, you could have a farm stack, you could have archer stack, siege stack, cav stack. But it almost feels like, because we have 42 civs, sometimes 8 civilizations is not even enough to max out. We need the devs to allow 16 players per game, and then we can really get crazy. Yeah, so, okay, that's all they're doing with the market. I'm going to remove that now, because it's a little obnoxious. I don't think gold can be spent, because Portuguese are in the game. So, I'm not expecting things to cost resources. However, we have an onager now for Roach. He's just trying to get some space. I want to see a villager get weakened by his onager. And I want to see how quickly it heals. Can you accidentally damage a vill here, Roach? His brain probably hasn't gone as deep into the thinking as we have because he's been focusing on doing everything. He wants to start that countdown. And unfortunately, he's got good micro, so he didn't damage one of his vills. But we'll see. I think all villagers... Oh, opportunity? Nope. All villagers should heal. So some of the bonuses haven't carried over. By the way, quiz time. What civilization does this monument belong to? Any guesses? It's easy. One of my favorite civs. Green is heading right towards that monument right now. Okay, you guys are like on course. It's tricky, right? You've got the Japanese. Someone said Chinese. Vietnamese. Koreans. I'll be honest, I didn't know. I actually didn't know. I think it is Japanese, though. I'm not 100%, but I think that's Japanese. It's a very nice wonder, I have to say. I like... My favorite part of the whole thing is the doors are open. It's very welcoming, you know? That's what you want. Alright. Any villagers get killed yet? Doesn't look like it. Old book's just a plain old book for now. That unit's probably there just to start that countdown. How's Teal doing? Did Teal make... Yeah, Teal made a farm next to a full worker. Let's go. Food count's actually pretty low for some of these guys. Which is weird to me. I guess he stopped with the full work? No, he still is. Wait! Why is it not working now? Wait, what? Well, guys, there's a farmer on this farm, and it's not instant anymore. No. Is his instant? His is instant still. What about oranges? No. No, wait, it is. What about this? No. Crap. I wonder why, though. Like, it's just going down like a normal farm. It's not like there's not enough food on it. Or there's too much food on it. It works for some, but not for others. It's working here for the Turks. Yeah, maybe he built the folwark after the farm. That's true. Wait, check it out. Check it out. There was 2 folwarks. This folwark, yes, you guys called it. Look, I think he deleted that farm. Well, he did. But yeah, it's the order in which you made the folwark and the farm. Because they're deleting things. I think that's a good call. Because I think we saw an instance there where it was working as a normal farm, and then also where it was disappearing. Actually, it was disappearing first, but that's because it was this folwark. Won't old books destroy all armor bonuses anyways? No, I think old books will suck because they have so little HP. And also the light cav line, assuming Roach researches it and other people research it, will have trample damage as well. Infantry is normally not very strong in these modes because of the lack of HP. There's not a lot of bonuses that increase the HP. And okay, so Roach has started the countdown. Could be wrong, obviously. But yeah, I think the theory that it depends on when you make the farms and when you make the folwark is true. Like, actually, what we can do here, yellow. This farm is going to auto-reseed in a second. So I believe that will be treated as a new farm. And then it should automatically work, maybe? Sort of? We'll see. Anyways, lots of old books going to the middle right now. Biggest thing these guys need is space. Yeah, like, the old book might strip away armor, but there's still 80 HP. And I think 80 HP is the biggest problem. Especially with a lot of good archer options out there, too, which I'm hoping we'll see. Yeah, you should be able to make Fatoria. And we saw Fatorias before, and Fatorias bring in resources 10 times faster than usual. So they're really strong. And that's a university, not a Fatoria from Roach. Okay, Yellow's farm, moment of truth here. And it's acting as a standard farm. I think he will finish it, and then it starts to go crazy again. Okay? Yes. See? Actually, you know what? It started at a much higher number. It is percentage-based, so that could be part of it, too. I think maybe I just didn't pick up on that detail. Like, look. Goes to 0. And then new farm. Started at 275 or whatever, and now went down to 75. Got it. Still not really clicking with me, but I think it's just dependent on what farm upgrades they researched. Anyways. It's kind of clicking for me again. It would explain why all these farms... No, it doesn't explain why... Oh, this isn't next to a folwark. Okay. All right, guys. We're not going to talk about farms anymore. All right? We're going to talk about units. And these bomber cannons could be pretty crazy if the Ethiopian guy can get his techs in. So you don't want to, like, kill people before they can get the techs that can help everybody. All right. Very true. You might be better off getting, like, not getting the farm upgrades. That's a good point. Though I probably wouldn't think about that in the game. Total Vil counts. Let's take a peek. Very big difference. You've got 21 at the highest, or lowest, sorry, and then 93 at the highest. Wide range. Here we have trebuchets with plus 21 range. He must have researched the tech. Let's go. The thing is, you can't get plus 21 vision. So anytime you have something that gets insane range, you're still limited with line of sight because of the game. So he researched the Tatar unique tech, which gives you +1 range on Trebs. Or is it +2? I forget. And so he was... Wait, he had to see it. He had to see it so he could click it. So he got to get in close. Here we go! From downtown! Let's go. That's so amazing. And Roach will see that and be like, what? How am I supposed to deal with that? So yeah, he had to scout it first so the game would let him click it. The best way I could explain that. Roach, don't kill your own units in the middle here, by the way, man. The first person to commit to the middle usually dies. Usually. See, I want to see everyone spamming their unique techs right now. We do have stables from Roach. So I'm hoping that he researched his unique techs for his stables. The accuracy is not great. So I think Warwolf would have to come in for greater accuracy. Blue has a lot of space right now. And Blue's Ethiopian, so obviously I'm excited. But I'm not seeing any sign of Torsen engines right now. Blue hasn't made a castle yet. Roach is probably thinking, well, I'll make my own Trebs. And he only has 16 + 1. Wait, so did they... So did we have to have them, like, tick ally on and back off again? Because Roach's Trebs can't compete with that. It's not shared. Okay, maybe we do. But I don't know if, like, they already researched the tech and you toggle the allies if it does anything. Dang. Well, you know what I say we do? Like, enough bonuses are still applying. I don't want to intervene, and I don't want to hop in there, and I don't want to be like, hey, do this for me. We're gaining more knowledge on it, right? Like, this guy's got tons of range. We'll see what other archers have. Torsen engines could still be insane. Some bonuses are applying. So, I think we're just going to let it play out. And then maybe in the future, we're going to have to accept that people have to stay as teams. Or maybe we do like 4v4s or something. Okay. I don't see an outpost for the Ethiopians. They do have an outpost bonus. Oh, actually, Roach has outposts. But that seems like standard. Yeah, it does make the civs a little more unique. And Purple's having a really fun time with this right now. And Roach says, I thought we got the bonuses. So they're starting to realize, like... Flint's is get scammed. Yeah, what do you do when you have Trebs with that much range trying to hit you? I mean, Trebs aren't hugely accurate, but... I want to look at Roach's stockpile and see if his gold goes up when he makes knights. He's gonna just park his own Trebs here and wait. Yeah, it's tricky, right? The whole ally thing's really complicated because I felt like the last time we tried this, the experience was worse. Oh my god, Torsen engines! Oh my god! That was sick! Okay, so that's in. Blue must have a castle. Yup, there's the castle. Here's the Arbs, by the way. Arbalest don't have additional range. So weird. But they fire insanely fast, and Ethiopians are my favorite to win this whole thing. It's not necessarily shared as much as we would have wanted here. Poor Roach is like, I got Trebs over here. I've got Ethiopians on the other side. What am I supposed to do against this crap? Look how many trees got cleared out from one onager shot. He doesn't have to be accurate at all. Hey, by the way, Reckless Sarge update. Here he is. He's about to hit him. Okay. I don't think... Well, actually, bombard cannons still are vulnerable. Now, see, they have more HP because Turks are involved. And also, he just friendly fired a crap ton of his own units here, so he's got almost no bombard cannons left. And Purple's looking to run in here. Also curious how much gold Purple will receive from attacking with Keshiks. that have 29 base attack. And that is because the elite, when you research elite, whatever that stat increase is with HP or attack or whatever, that is also multiplied by 10 times. So apparently friendly fire is like the biggest worry if you're Ethiopians. And I'm excited to see blue fire more. Roach isn't fighting with units that are really that fancy at the moment. Poles are great for their eco, but 140 HP is what you would have in a standard game. Keshiks have 430 HP. Plus, as I said, you get a little bit of gold. Not that you need it here. Roach just needs to wait for blue to fire one shot here with something. Okay. Roach thought about it, saw that. So they've got a little tussle. 300 years left. Oh my god, guys, he did it again. Wait, actually, hold on a second. Oh, that was his own shot. Yeah, that's the strat. You just send units into his army and eventually he'll friendly fire. I think going for the stable units, like the winged hussars, would actually be better here. I don't know, though. Again, we're waiting to see what the players actually do, and then we'll find out. Oh, sheesh. Okay, trebs on units. The trebs from purple are from downtown. But blue's got the middle. This is my favorite. I don't want to look anywhere else all game. That's my favorite. I really hope Roach keeps doing that. I think Roach might die, actually. The Keshiks seem really strong. There's his gold count, by the way. It's flying in right now, but that could be because of a Fatoria. It doesn't look like it. He's getting a lot of gold from the attacks. Oh my god. What's Blue's KD right now? Oh, jeez. Okay, well, not bad. He's still getting the kills for it, so you wouldn't necessarily know. Oh. Like, I don't think Roach can do much against this. Again, like, cheap Cavalier doesn't matter here. You want stronger units, which you can't really get access to. I really need Roach to stay alive so we see more units run to the middle. Oh, I love it. Ugh. Yeah, Scorpions would actually be much better choice because you can't friendly fire with Scorpions. It's true. Yeah, Roach is trying to make the Obooks. There's still such a big HP difference, but that might help. Unfortunately, he's also outranged with the Trebs. And it was a little bit of false advertisement for me because we're still figuring out how some of this works. But I still have to think about how I think I'd like it in community games because, as I mentioned, I want certain aspects of the game to still be the same. Roach is losing his castles now from the Trebs that are on the other side of the map. And Roach, our top scorer, the player who looked like he was going to steamroll everybody, not going to steamroll everybody here. That's for sure. He's going to get completely wrecked. Great play, obviously, here from Purple. And Purple's just got more bonuses at play. Sorry, I didn't realize I had the control panel up there. Now you've got Gray trying to make a move. Yeah, and again, no Torsen engines, so Ethiopians are probably the favorite then. I guess the longbows will still have the it's basically they get all the bonuses that the players started with immediately before the enemy. So the Britain player is going to have really fast shooting archers, which is really nice. Anyone? I'm still confused on the whole cheap situation with the TCs, maybe because that's a Castle Age bonus. But yeah, if you're not allied the entire time, you're not going to get all the bonuses. Oh god! Oh my god, Blue! Stop doing this to yourself, man. Does he realize? Does he know what he's doing? This whole game, Blue is his own worst enemy right now. Blue is my favorite. Like, I can't say blue is my favorite anymore because he is not shown to have the unit control of someone who can win a game. These explosions are insane. Yeah. So, I think if, like, Binary Hood can get 80 longbows, I think it'll be nuts. He has plus 33 range. That's insane. Also, we've got Cav Archers with 260 HP here for Lava Land. That's not bad. That's a Sipahi upgrade coming in play there, I think. Actually, that's not the Sipahi. He doesn't have Bloodlines yet. I think that's Heavy Cav Archer coming into play. Because Heavy Cav Archer gives you plus 10 HP? I don't know. I'm trying to do the math in my head. And Roach is going to get a truce here from Purple. And that's exciting for us because I think majority of us, if you're like me anyways, really just want to watch Blue and see if Blue's going to kill more of his own units. The game engine does not allow for plus 33 vision. Yeah, I guess that's true. But what you would have to do is you'd have to have, like, outposts. I think if you have vision on it for some other reason, you could hit it if you're yellow. Something about Blue's base setup, which is very satisfying on the mini-map. Really snaked his way along there. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed Roach isn't trying the Winged Hussars. I think the trample damage could actually do something. I think that might be more valuable than having, you know, Cavalier on the field, which otherwise have slightly better stats in most cases. Guys, middle is all these bleep bleep. Need to go, they kill all. So I think he's saying, like, we need to push Blue. All you do here, ready? All you do is you put 10 units right here, and Blue will take out his own castle. Right? Surely that's all you do. Now, a good job from them to truce, by the way, because they know the middle's important. Oh, God. Labaland doesn't have Onager. I forgot about that detail. We'll have to use trebuchets to make it to the middle. Oh, that's painful. Ah, I forgot about the villager healing speed, FTO Gaming. I'm going to have to look at that. Okay, here's Blue's point of view. Roach needs to sacrifice his units and get near that castle. Blue doesn't have crazy outpost line of sight. Now, all Purple needs to do is see this, and then Purple can use the trebs against it, remember? The range does not equate to vision. Say goodbye, castle. Okay, I was wrong. Purple's now gonna open this. Can run in now. And goodbye, onagers. But now I can see the castle, so the trebs can hit it from a really long way away. Oh, man, this could be an absolute meat grinder situation here in a second. Oh, no way. Oh, man. If Blue is paying attention with all of these, he could kill 60 Keshiks in one hit. I just don't know if he knows. And how the shot's gonna land. Oh! What? Oh my God! Oh my God, that's so sick. Oh, here comes Gray from the other side. Castle will go down for Blue, 154 years. Dang! Ethiopians are the best. Oh God. Oh no. The trebs have... Oh God. Oh no. Oh. Oh shoot. Pain. Oh, pain. Now if he gets in close enough, Blue will kill all his stuff again. But it's the choke point. Oh my word. Roach says, how's the middle going? And it's not going great. Not going great for Purple. Going oof. Here's poor Orange with one lonely treb trying to cut through. Oh, I feel so bad. Let's see. Roach, come on, man. Make some Winged Hussars. I want to see what they can do. Because I feel like the trample damage is kind of like Torsen engines. Are you getting close? It should damage a lot of these things. In Arbalest are only 40 HP, so that shouldn't be an issue. Yellow still has longbows. Moving out now. I'm going to hope that Warwolf Treb is in. There's Elite Longbow, which should give these things a lot more HP. At 85 is a lot more for a longbow. And then 16 base attack. That's awesome. Okay, those are attack grounds from blue, which is very impressive. Blue seems to have learned that more bombard cannons is the way. For trample damage to work, they have to attack, though. Yeah, but I get that. But I mean, I think it's more, it's same with like Cavalier. Like I think 12 plus 4 attack on Cavalier is way less valuable than the potential trample damage. But he probably feels like he's just like stuck and he doesn't really have options. Also, elephants with tons of armor. How much is that going to matter here? Talk about going into the meat grinder. Now Blue's is starting to kill his own stuff. Blue has lots of vision. Elephanto's running in. The poor elephants, they have no say in the matter. It's their masters that decide this. And, oh, God. Extra armor, schmarmer, man. Who cares about extra armor? Armor does nothing. Okay, yellow's working on it. Really could use another castle. It's taking a long time to build up here for yellow, but slow and steady wins the race. Still the plan. I wish they'd go spread formation. I don't even know if it helps, but just have blue kill his own stuff. That's your best bet. But man, he's firing with such a rate that he's almost always hitting. Not seeing anything yet from the Spanish player, who's going for monks and bombard cannons. And it seems like orange is going to ask red to have a way through. I mean, okay, also at the same time, Labaland, one Treb. I know it's not convenient, and I know it's really unfortunate, and you might have to go through red, which could suck. One Treb, though? You've got 95 Cav archers, man. Make like 40 Trebs. We got 77 years left. Like, maybe Ethiopians just dominate this. Maybe we won't see any progression in this game past this stage, but it does feel like there's still always a chance because of what we saw from blue earlier. Green and purple run into each other. And, oh boy. Well, green's going to lose his stuff. Purple's going to lose some stuff too as well, I imagine. And there's just so much! There's just so many bombard cannons. Oh my god, the longbows are firing! Holy crap, the machine guns! From downtown, guys. Look how high they have to fire. I can't even see it. Okay, Britons are going to change this game. And all of a sudden, a couple units are getting through and close by. Uh-oh. That could be a problem. Uh-oh, this could be a problem. Uh-oh. Longbows, let's go, baby. Fire those volleys. They seem horribly inaccurate. It's like a mortar strike. Okay. We got 50 years left, guys. Like, they've all got a YOLO. Purple, or blue's got a lot more coming in. I think blue could still do this. The longbows have to take out the bombard cannons, but they just can't hit. Oh, blue's killing his own stuff again, though. The elephants are getting in. You need one unit in the middle at all times. But red has surrounded the monument. Red has surrounded the monument. Red should at least reset the countdown if blue fires here at all, because blue's going to kill his own stuff. And well played to everybody, I gotta say, because obviously they've been very overwhelmed with the whole Ethiopian nonsense. Well played to everyone to reset that countdown. This is also why I didn't want alliances, because I wanted it to be this type of game. So, pros and cons to some aspects of this game. Keshiks won't make it through, but I like what he's thinking. And Roach will share the countdown for just a little bit, but... Alright, so let's see, like, if the Werewolf Trebs could hit. Holy, man. Look how many shots miss. That's my problem with the longbows. Well, now that this is pretty close, it's different. Cavalier, 140 HP. Reckless Sarge doesn't even have any blacksmith upgrades. Oh, man. Oh, God. Please get a Werewolf Treb shot, yellow. Please, Werewolf Trebs. Blue's killing his own stuff again, so that's also part of the fun. Longbows are also getting some hits. Oh, Werewolf Trebs! It's perfect! Longbows are doing a good job, though. And Roach shows up, well, okay. Well, he's not here any longer. Come on, Trebs. Nope, no firing from the Trebs. Blue's back in the middle. Man! Oh, blue is losing his entire base to villagers. Of course, we forgot about the villagers, guys. The Spanish villagers with their crazy boxing gloves. 440 HP. That's actually better than running in with Cav. They have better stats than the Cavs. So just run in and get close to everything and blue will kill his own stuff. So this might be blue's last wave that we're looking at, actually. Blue doesn't want to leave the middle, but these villagers are completely taking blue out of here. You've got plus 60 attack. So again, more attack than the Cavalier. You've got more armor than the Cavalier. And it's 440 HP. So they're better in every way except for the fact you can't auto attack with them. Wow. Great job there from David, who had a little bit of a slow start here. Those trebs are hitting, guys. And the longbows are getting some snipes as well. And green's going to come in. Blue has clicked the bomber cannons towards other things. And now blue sees this. The friendly fire will happen. And he knows, so he doesn't fire there. Oh, God. Oh, man. Have you ever seen this many longbows go down? It's been a long time for me, guys. It's been a long time. This is gonna be juicy. And here we go. Walk back away, yellow. Back away. Oh, my God. What? Holy crap. Yeah, let's go. Uh-oh. Okay, that's fine. Wow, great job from yellow. Countdown reset throughout that. Blue is losing everything. Also, orange finally chops through to red, but they can't be allies, so I don't really know what the solution is there. Oh, yeah, and the healing rate on the Vils. I gotta check that. Okay, let's look at the Vils. Yeah, they would heal still, because when they started, Polish villagers have a bonus. Oh my god, look how... Yeah, they heal up. That's pretty fast. Once again, in one of these crazy game modes, villagers become indestructible. It was just like the 256 tech mod. Blue calls the GG, which I'm sad about. I really wanted to see Ethiopians more, but they definitely got some fun highlights in there, and Blue's going to get a few more elephant kills as he pieces out of the game. Just as everyone expected, the Ethiopian player's dead. Just as we all expect. Oh, also, we get to see the trample. Again, it might not be that much, but I'm at least happy that we're going to get to see it. I mean, obviously, he's fighting with lower numbers and against 320 HP. Longbows look really good, though. The problem with longbows is that you can't win with them. You can contribute, but you definitely can't, like, win the game because you have to be so far away. I think you could win with villagers, especially if blue's out because the splash damage isn't there anymore. I would just be spamming town centers right now if I were David. And I would just be sending vills to the middle constantly. Oh, yeah. He's going to make TCs here. Makes sense, right? Ooh. Looks like the Keshik are dominating the elephants. Obviously, very tough for some of these guys. Some of them just do not have as many options to work with. Oh, red is being a nice guy, and he is cutting for orange. And orange did not attack red. They're trying to be buddies. Who wins, villagers or Keshiks? Again, the only bad thing here is that the villagers don't fight back. That aspect makes this a situation where I still favor the military units. But man, oh man, are they still really strong. Yeah, so the military units are still stronger, which is very nice. Longbow count. Holy. The thing, I guess the longbows don't do that much damage, though. They have the range, but only 19 attack against 430 HP. Doesn't feel that great. Okay. It says 60 years. Purple could do it. Red has to fight, and also onager cut to the middle so that the Turk cav archers can join. The bombard cannons for Turks will have plus 20 range because of the artillery upgrade, and they're being massed right now. Keshiks are looking pretty freaking strong. The Roach went for a bit of an attack here against purple. I think it's an underrated move to just like build some walls here occasionally if you can get villagers there. Man, Keshiks are owning, dude. Keshiks are awesome. What's the gold count right now? 12k gold. That's all from just fighting. And I think the countdown resets here. It actually is a 50-50 fight. And purple's going to come in with more. So yeah, maybe not. 40 years. Clock's a ticking here. Blue didn't resign yet, by the way. Blue's still in the game. Now the path that red has cut for orange goes directly to where teal's TCs are. So all this is boding really well for purple to win the game. If Roach isn't able to stop him. Roach is obviously trying. Red is obviously trying as well. Orange is going to take some time. It'll probably be at around 10 years by the time he gets there. Then he'll run into teal. And there's just a lot of Keshiks. Halberdier's on the way, but, you know, while it is like a counter unit, you don't have any bonuses that really apply, so it's just a normal unit in a land of unnormal things. It's like, this is where a bunch of experiments went wrong, this game mode. 20 years for purple. Again, if Roach could wall this, the reinforcements would not come in, and purple would lose. But he's just not thinking of it right now. He's thinking about fighting and production, and it's at 15 years now. Orange is on the way. But Orange, unfortunately, might not really have anything to say about it. The longbows are getting closer. They're missing so many shots, though. This reminds me of that scene from 300. I think it's the second 300. Where the big wave of arrows come in and they all put their shields up. I'd say spoilers, but I feel like you guys all know what type of movie that is, right? It's just a bunch of fighting. Oh, Roach with the gate! But is it too late? And that rhymed. And this is so close now. 4 years. If Ethiopians were in, it'd make a difference. But there's only villagers here. Purple will win this. Purple will win this. And it was a fun game. I had a good time. 594. Whoa, that's not something I expected. 594 units created here. 598 units created there. So very close with the numbers of production. But purple committed to the Keshiks. And purple had a lot of production. Had as much production of Keshiks as many people had of other things that you could produce out of something that wasn't castles. The sheep civ, the treb civ, and then, you know, just the Keshiks got the win. I love these types of games. It is so fun. Now, what we are going to have to do in the future, like maybe we've got to go like 4v4 game in a community game, because then a lot of the bonuses stick. Like what we didn't see was we didn't see the Ethiopian... wait, we would have seen the Ethiopian firing speed in the longbows. We did see the Ethiopian. Okay, well, the Trebs, for example, right? Like, Roach didn't get the extra range in his Trebs. You know, you didn't see Werewolf applied to the Trebs from everyone else either. And I guess that was because they had enemied at that point. But I'm very much against everyone being able to ally all the time. Maybe we could have an agreement to have no fights until post-imp instead of just, like, starting in post-imp. I have to think on that and really develop a game plan for how we can make this even cooler and guarantee that the bonuses are going to be able to take advantage of. The bonuses are going to be taken advantage of. But there's always a lot to explore. I still had a good time, and I hope people did as well. Small shout-out to Orange, by the way. This poor guy got a sniff of the middle, and then the game was over. So I imagine that wasn't too fun for you there, bud. Still, though, a few more trebuchets, and I think you could have maybe made it with a little bit more dedication. But I'll brainstorm on those ideas. MVP for me has to be the player with more kills, even though he didn't win the game. Blue, when your micro was at its worst, our lives were at our best, okay? That was so funny, man. That was so freaking funny. To the players, you're going to have to rewatch some of that. Blue just kept killing his own units. I know that, like, Roach and Purple probably noticed it because they were the reason a lot of that happened. Sending their units in close by there. But, oh my god, I got a real kick out of that. Great KD there, Roach. I mean, beyond the farms, it doesn't really feel like the polls can contribute that much. I mean, I guess you did also lose the most up against the bombard cannons. Poor Reckless Sarge, 3 kills and 30 deaths. Ah, that's so sad. Yeah, I guess Portuguese would have had to make a lot of gunpowder in this game, right? Didn't really see any of that. So didn't get to see too many bonuses utilized there. Fun stuff, though. Again, we'll continue to explore and figure things out. This is Teal has infinite conversions. Where does it say that? Conversions, 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 conversions. I'm not seeing infinite. Oh, it does say infinite. Okay, capture age is confused. Capture age was unable to capture that data, I guess. I remember there being monks. So, I don't know, maybe the Inquisition technology somehow screwed up the way that they track that data. But, man, fun stuff, guys. Again, hope everyone enjoyed watching, playing, whatever. We'll do plenty more.